Hello everyone. So in the previous lecture, we discussed about reversible and irreversible changes and physical and chemical changes. And today we are going to discuss about the cause of these changes, that why and how these changes take place. Right? So one by one, in the previous session we discussed about, I told you about the three actions which are responsible for these changes to take place, that are heating, pressure, and mixing. That means whenever we will heat something, then the change will occur. When we will apply pressure on any object, then the change may occur. And when we mix two substances, then also the change may occur. So we will discuss these three actions one by one and the examples related to these, that how the change take place, the examples in which the change take place to heating, then pressure, and then mixing. So first of all, changes caused by heating or cooling. Very simple example that we see in our daily life, the heating of water. Heating of water, when a mother used to make tea for us, then she used to boil water. When the water is boiling, then you might have seen the white color steam is producing. So what are these? These are the water vapors which are producing by heating. So that means change of state is there. So that means change is taking place. On the other hand, if you see towards the refrigerator, when we need the chilled water, we use the ice cubes. Now, how these ice cubes are made? They are made by storing the water in the lower temperature. That means cooling down water. Then it may form ice. So this is a simple and the best example that change is caused by heating or cooling. In these cases, in one side the change is caused due to heating, on the other side the change is caused due to cooling. The best practical example, you might have seen this cart, fixing of iron rim or bullock cart. Bullock cart, at the outer surface, the metal sheet is there, iron rims are there, and in between the wooden wheels are there. So it's very difficult to fit these metal rims around this wooden rim, wooden tires. So how do they do? Because if they use this property, certain things expand on heating and contract on cooling. In the first case, we discussed about changes due to heating or cooling. Now, when we heat, all the things are not evaporating, all things are not doing other things, but certain objects expand and contract on cooling, basically the metals. So this property is used here in this example. First of all, they will heat that iron rim so that it will increase its size. Metals expand on heating, right? So when it will increase in its size, then they will fix this wooden tire in between this. Then they will pour the cool water over it so that to cool down that metal, so that then it will start contracting. When we will apply the cold water over that hot iron rim, then it will start contracting and then it will fix tightly to that wooden tire, right? So this application is used here. Same way, inserting of iron blade, you can see here, wooden handle is there. This is ring of the iron blade. So first, this is very difficult. This hole is smaller than this rod, wooden handle. So what they do, first of all, they will heat that metal piece or ring blade. When they will heat it, then what will happen? The metal expand on heating. So this hole will increase in size. Then they will fix that wooden piece or wooden handle inside it. Then they will pour cold water. They will allow it to cool down. When it will cool down, then the metal is there, so it will contract and it will become so tightened that it will be very difficult to take it out easily. So this is the fixing of plow. Same way, fixing spade also it's used here, right? This application is used. Next is, certain things change their state when you will heat. In first case, we discussed the change of state take place. In some cases, in the first cases, we discussed about that water. Then we discussed about the contraction and expansion. Now the change of state. Change of state. We know that heating and cooling change the state of matter. So here you can see when we will allow the water to freeze, right? That means lowering down the temperature, then it will change into ice. And when you will heat that, it will change into gas, right? It's just like little bit same like the first example we discussed about. So, but here we are using that property change of state. In the first one, we discussed about changes caused by heating or cooling, right? Now here we are discussing about change of state. So formation of ice is a change of state by that cooling, and then formation of steam is a change by that heating. Now the certain things begin to burn on heating. First is cooling or heating, second contraction expansion, third is change of state, fourth is burning of the objects. Some combustible substances, not all the substances burn, that's why there are the four applications of heating of the objects. Four different things happens. So this is the fourth one, that when a combustible substance like paper, coal, kerosene oil, they will be heated, they may catch fire and they will start burn, right? Then changes caused by pressure. Very common example, whenever we fill the air inside the balloon, then it will become flattened. When we will inflate the balloon, then its shape changes because we applied the pressure. When you will release this pressure, when you will reduce that pressure, then the shape of the balloon again it will change. So this kind of change may take place. That is reversible change we discussed already, right? This is the change due to change in pressure. Breaking objects. When we apply the pressure on the brittle substances, brittle means glass, biscuits, coal. When we will apply pressure, then they will break into pieces. So this is reversible change. You can see here in the two pictures, when we apply the pressure, that pieces of glasses and the piece of biscuits. Then changes caused by mixing. Yes, changes are also caused by mixing, like when you will mix two different substances, like when we will dissolve salt in water, right? Then there will be formation of a substance. The change will take place because water will not remain the same water as it was earlier before dissolving the salt. So changes caused by mixing is also included in it, that they may change, right? So these points you can keep in mind. Let's once revise, take a look at over it, that how to make changes. These are the three actions which will take place, due to which the changes will take place: heating, pressure, and mixing. One mark question can be there. Then the first one is changes caused by heating or cooling. So what are the changes? There are the four changes which will take place by heating or cooling. Certain things become hot when we will heat, and become cool when we will cool them. Certain things expand when we heat them and contract on cooling. This is the same example. Then certain things change their state. That means solid to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to again solid, whatever. Certain things begin to burn on heating. So these are the four further applications included in the heating or cooling. Then second is the changes caused by pressure. There are two types of changes may take place due to pressure. One is change in shape and size, right? And second is breaking objects. Brittle substances will break when we will apply the pressure. Then mixing. Changes caused by mixing: when you will dissolve salt in water, then the change will take place. So these are the examples and the applications of these three actions, right? So this next we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.